In my previous class, I have already discussed about liberals, then radicals, then conservatives, then industrial society and social change, then socialists, then cooperatives. Today I will discuss about Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, then support for socialism. In my next class, I have discussed about liberals, radicals, conservatives. I will again start from cooperatives today. Socialists have different visions of the future. Socialists like Robert Owen, a leading English manufacturer, built a cooperative community called New Harmony in Indiana, USA. That means Robert Owen followed the policy of the socialists. That means Robert Owen was a socialist. He built a cooperative community called New Harmony in Indiana of USA, United States of America. Other socialists felt that cooperatives could not be built on a wide scale only through individual initiative. They demanded that the governments encourage cooperatives. That means different socialists, they demanded the help of government to form different cooperatives. One another socialist whose name was Louis Blanc, he was of France. He wanted the government to encourage cooperatives and replace capitalist enterprises. That means Louis Blanc want establishment of cooperatives in place of capitalist enterprises. These cooperatives, that means what were cooperatives? Cooperatives क्या था? These cooperatives were to be associations of people who produced goods together and divide the profits according to the work done by members. These cooperatives were to be associations of people who produced goods together and divided the profits according to the work done by the members. So, cooperatives were to be associations of people who produced goods together and divided the profits according to the work done by the members. The next was Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. These two philosophers also gave the concept of socialism or communism, and the philosophy of socialism or communism was same given by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels added some new ideas to the body of arguments of that were socialism or cooperatives. Marx argued that industrial society was capitalist and capitalists owned the capital invested in factories and the profit of capitalist was produced by workers. That means under capitalism, कैपिटलिस्ट ओन्ड द कैपिटल इन्वेस्टेड इन फैक्ट्रीज. उसके अनुसार जो भी पैसा इन्वेस्ट फैक्ट्रीज में किया जाता है वो होता है कैपिटलिस्ट लोगों का, पूंजीवादी लोगों का. बट द प्रॉफिट ऑफ कैपिटलिस्ट वाज प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय वर्कर्स. लेकिन जो पूंजी लगाते हैं कैपिटलिस्ट, लेकिन जो प्रॉफिट कमाया जाता है वो कमाया जाता है वर्कर्स के द्वारा. So the conditions of workers could not improve as long as their profit was accumulated by private capitalists. ये माना जाता है कि जो पैसा लगाते हैं वो पूंजीवादी लोग लगाते हैं, जिनके पास पूंजी होती है वो पैसा लगाते हैं, लेकिन जो प्रॉफिट कमाया जाता है वो प्रॉफिट वर्कर के द्वारा कमाया जाता है. और वो जो प्रॉफिट का ज्यादातर भाग है, शेयर है, वो रख लिया जाता है कैपिटलिस्ट लोगों के द्वारा ही, जो कि ठीक नहीं है. इसलिए वर्कर्स की स्थिति बहुत ज्यादा खराब है. फिर से इसको देख लिया जाए. मार्क्स आर्ग्यूड दैट इंडस्ट्रियल सोसाइटी वाज कैपिटलिस्ट and capitalist owned the capital invested in factories and the profit of capitalist was produced by workers. So the conditions of workers could not improve as long as their profit was. Conditions of workers could not improve as long as their profit was accumulated by private capitalist. उनकी स्थिति तब तक नहीं सुधर सकती है वर्कर्स की जब तक कि उस प्रॉफिट का ज्यादातर शेयर कैपिटलिस्ट लोग ले रहे हैं. वर्कर्स हैड टू ओवरथ्रो कैपिटलिज्म एंड द रूल ऑफ प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी. इसलिए वर्कर्स को जो प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी है या फिर जो कैपिटलिज्म है उसको उखाड़ फेंकना होगा. एंड मार्क्स बिलीव दैट टू फ्री देमसेल्व्स फ्रॉम कैपिटलिस्ट एक्सप्लॉयटेशन वर्कर्स हैड टू कंस्ट्रक्ट ए रेडिकली सोशलिस्ट सोसाइटी वेयर ऑल प्रॉपर्टी वाज सोशली कंट्रोल्ड. तो मार्क्स का मानना था कि अगर वर्कर्स को एक्सप्लॉयटेशन से, शोषण से बचाना होगा या वर्कर्स को अगर कैपिटलिस्ट के शोषण से बचना होगा तो उसके लिए सोशलिस्ट सोसाइटी बनाना होगा जहां पे कि सभी जो प्रॉपर्टी है वो सोशली कंट्रोल्ड होगा, मतलब समाज का उसके ऊपर में हक होगा. मार्क्स बिलीव दैट टू फ्री देमसेल्व्स फ्रॉम कैपिटलिस्ट एक्सप्लॉयटेशन workers had to construct a radically socialist society where all property was socially controlled. So this would be a communist society. और यही जो सोसाइटी होगा वो कम्युनिस्ट सोसाइटी या सोशलिस्ट सोसाइटी होगा. ही वॉज कन्विंस्ड दैट वर्कर्स वुड ट्रिम्प इन देयर कन्फ्लिक्ट विथ कैपिटलिस्ट. वो कन्विंस करने में सक्सेसफुल हुए कि अगर दोनों के बीच में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होगा तो वर्कर्स ही उसमें जीतेंगे. ए कम्युनिस्ट सोसाइटी वाज द नेचुरल सोसाइटी ऑफ द फ्यूचर. और वही जो सोसाइटी है वही नेचुरल सोसाइटी हो जाएगा फ्यूचर के लिए, क्योंकि ज्यादा संख्या उन्हीं की है. इसलिए जो लाभ है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा लाभ वर्कर्स को होना चाहिए. वो जो लाभ है ले लिया जा रहा है कैपिटलिस्ट के द्वारा, इसीलिए वर्कर्स की स्थिति नहीं सुधर रही है. वर्कर्स सिर्फ पैसा इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, लेकिन जो प्रॉफिट है, जो मेहनत है, वो कमाया जाता है वर्कर्स के द्वारा. इसलिए उनको भी बराबर का शेयर मिलना चाहिए. लेकिन जो प्रॉफिट है वो सारा का सारा, उसका ज्यादा शेयर कैपिटलिस्ट के द्वारा ही ले लिया जाता है. तो ज्यादातर जो शेयर है वो कैपिटलिस्ट के द्वारा ही ले लिया जाता है. इसके लिए जरूरी है कि द कैपिटलिस्ट और द कैपिटलिस्ट सोसाइटी मस्ट बी ओवरथ्रोन. इसके लिए जरूरी है कि जो कैपिटलिस्ट सोसाइटी है उसको उखाड़ फेंका जाए. दिस विल एंड द एक्सप्लॉयटेशन ऑन वर्कर्स. इससे क्या होगा कि वर्कर्स का जो एक्सप्लॉयटेशन हो रहा है वो खत्म हो जाएगा और एक बनाना पड़ेगा कैपिटलिस्ट सोसाइटी से हटाकर एक सोशलिस्ट सोसाइटी बनाना पड़ेगा वेयर ऑल प्रॉपर्टी वुड बी ओन्ड बाय सोसाइटी एज ए होल. तो जो सोशलिस्ट सोसाइटी होगा उसमें जो पूरा का पूरा प्रॉपर्टी है उसका ओनर समाज ही होगा. इट विल बी कंट्रोल्ड बाय द सोसाइटी एज ए होल. और ये जो प्रॉपर्टी होगा सोशली ओन्ड प्रॉपर्टी और सोशल प्रॉपर्टी, इट इज ऑल्सो ए कम्युनिस्ट सोसाइटी. इसी को कम्युनिस्ट सोसाइटी भी बोला जा सकता है. दैट मीन्स कम्युनिज्म एंड सोशलिज्म वेयर समवेयर सेम. ये जो दोनों थे करीब करीब एक ही तरह के थे. ही ऑल्सो मार्क्स ऑल्सो convinced the workers that they will win or they will become victorious in conflict with capitalist. अगर उनका कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होगा कैपिटलिस्ट के साथ तो वो लोग जरूर जीतेंगे. ऐसी स्थिति में एक कम्युनिस्ट सोसाइटी वाज द नेचुरल सोसाइटी. कम्युनिस्ट सोसाइटी है वही नेचुरल सोसाइटी है. इसलिए उन लोगों को अपने शेयर का डिमांड करना चाहिए. अगर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो तो उससे डरना नहीं चाहिए क्योंकि वो श्योर है कि कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में जीतेंगे. जो प्राइवेट जो प्रॉपर्टी है उसको उनको खत्म कर देना चाहिए. और जो वो लोग चूंकि प्रॉफिट ज्यादा कमा रहे हैं इसलिए ज्यादा से ज्यादा शेयर उनको डिमांड करना चाहिए. प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी को हटा देना चाहिए. कैपिटलिस्ट सोसाइटी को ओवरथ्रो कर देना चाहिए और उसके बदले में सोशली कंट्रोल्ड सोसाइटी मस्ट बी फॉर्म्ड. ऐसा सोसाइटी हो जहां पे कि जो रिसोर्सेस हो It must be owned by society as a whole. इसलिए socially controlled property होना चाहिए, और that will be a communist society. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज सपोर्ट फॉर सोशलिज्म. सोशलिज्म के लिए सपोर्ट पूरे वर्ल्ड में कैसे बढ़ा. दैट मीन्स द स्प्रेड ऑफ सोशलिज्म इन डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. By the 1870s, socialist ideas spread through Europe. To coordinate their efforts, socialists formed an international body, namely the Second International. For spreading the ideas of socialism, the socialists formed an international body named Second International. Its work was coordinate coordinate the efforts of socialists to spread it all over the world. Workers in England and Germany, they began forming associations and fight for better living and working conditions. That means workers in England and Germany, they formed associations in support of socialism. They set up funds to help members in times of distress and demanded a reduction of working hours and the right to vote. That means they were influenced by the workers in England and Germany, were influenced by the idea of socialism, and they formed association and demanded a reduction of working hours and right to vote. That means they started demanding their rights rights in England and Germany. In Germany, these associations, that means there were many associations which were formed in different industries and localities in Germany. So in Germany, these associations worked closely with Social Democratic Party. Social Democratic Party. In Germany, one Social Democratic Party, that means SPD, was formed. These associations worked in close association with Social Democratic Party and helped it win parliamentary seats. The workers also helped Social Democratic Party to win some seats in parliamentary by giving it votes. By 1905, socialists and trade unions formed. By 1905, socialists and trade unionists formed a Labour Party in Britain and a Socialist Party in France. That means in Germany, Social Democratic Party was formed by the supporters of socialists. In 1905, socialists formed Labour Party in Britain and Socialist Party in France. That means the spread of socialism was also in England, Germany, and France. That means the main countries of Europe. That means it started spreading to different parts of Europe and important countries like England, Germany, and France. In these countries, socialists started forming their own political parties. In Germany, they formed Social Democratic Party. In England, they formed Labour Party, and in France, they formed Socialist Party. By 1905, socialists and trade unionists formed a Labour Party in Britain and a Socialist Party in France. However, till 1914, socialists never proceeded in forming a government in Europe. They failed to form any government in Europe by their own, but now the socialist parties started emerging in different parts of Europe, represented by strong figures in parliamentary politics. Their ideas did shape legislation, but governments continued to be run by conservatives, liberals, and radicals. In Europe, mainly in different parts of Europe, mainly conservatives, liberals, and radicals, they formed the government because it was It was this ideology was older than that of socialist. The ideology of socialism, it started mainly with रशियन रिवॉल्यूशन. उस समय जो रशियन रिवॉल्यूशन के बाद ये जो जो सोशलिज्म था, कम्युनिज्म, इट बिकेम स्ट्रॉन्गर आफ्टर रशियन रिवॉल्यूशन. But before Russian Revolution also, the ideology began to spread in different parts of Europe. In main countries like England, Germany, in France, they failed to form government because they were not strong like conservatives, liberals and radicals. Government were formed by the representatives of or the followers of these ideologies, conservatives, liberals and radicals. But the socialists also started challenging these ideologies. That means after 1870s, after 1870, when second international was formed by the socialists to spread their ideas, it started forming political parties in different parts of Europe. The political parties were formed. They also became successful in winning or gaining some parliamentary seats, and they started influencing the legislation or law also. That means they came in position to influence the governments of different European countries. वो इस पोजीशन में आ गए थे कि अब जो गवर्नमेंट्स था डिफरेंट कंट्रीज में, दैट मीन्स इन कंट्रीज लाइक इंग्लैंड, फ्रांस एंड जर्मनी और इन अदर कंट्रीज, दे नाउ बिकेम सक्सेसफुल इन इन्फ्लुएंसिंग दिस गवर्नमेंट्स. इतना ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग नहीं थे कि वो गवर्नमेंट बना पाए, लेकिन अब गवर्नमेंट को इन्फ्लुएंस वो लोग जरूर कर सकते थे. दैट मीन्स सोशलिज्म ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड स्प्रेडिंग टू डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ यूरोप. So your topic 1 is completed. Liberals, then radicals, then conservatives, then industrial society and social change, then socialists, then cooperatives, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, then support for socialism. These were some ideologies you have to read in topic first. That means liberals, radicals, conservatives, industrial society and social change, socialists, cooperatives, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, then support for socialism. Now you already read about different ideologies. Your topic 2 is about Russian Revolution. In your topic 2, you will read about Russian Revolution. That means Russian Revolution. In topic 2, you will read about Russian Revolution. That means Russian Revolution starts from topic 2. In first topic, you have to read only about different ideologies and how these ideologies helped in Russian Revolution. You have to read that how these ideologies were helpful in Russian Revolution. In topic 2, you have to read about the Russian Empire in 1914. That means the condition of Russia in 1914. Then economy and society of Russia. अर्थव्यवस्था क्या थी, वहाँ का समाज कैसा था, what was the condition of society of Russia. Then what was the condition of economy in Russia. Then socialism in Russia. In this topic, you read about the support for socialism. That means a spread of socialism in the world. In topic 2, you have to read about the spread of socialism in Russia. इसमें आप लोग टॉपिक फर्स्ट में पढ़े थे सपोर्ट फॉर सोशलिज्म. दैट मीन्स स्प्रेड ऑफ सोशलिज्म इन द वर्ल्ड थ्रू सेकेंड इंटरनेशनल. और जो टॉपिक 2 है, इसमें आपको पढ़ना है सोशलिज्म इन रशिया. दैट मीन्स स्प्रेड ऑफ सोशलिज्म इन Russian territory. Then you have to read about the 1905 revolution. One revolution took place in 1905. You have to also read about this revolution. That means the revolution of 1905. Then at last you have to also read the influence of First World War on Russian Revolution. That means how First World War was responsible for Russian Revolution. Russian Revolution कैसे responsible था Russian Revolution के लिए First World War. Thank you.